Migration from the countryside to the cities is a major challenge for Sweden. House building will need to double by 2025 to meet the acute housing shortage. At the same time, greater urban densification must not lead to any deterioration in quality of life, greater segregation, or unsafe living environments for inhabitants. However, let us begin at the beginning. There are more people moving into the city than there are houses being built. That puts great pressure on politicians, city planners and officials who need to resolve the situation. They therefore decide to build houses in a green area, a decision that immediately leads to conflict with the residents in the area. Some think the houses are ugly, others want to protect the environment, a third group believes that building could lead to the area becoming more segregated. They demand to be included and to have their say on what is most important to them. That means that proposals are appealed and, as a result, the process is dragged out. After a public consultation and extensive discussions, the municipality pushes through a slimmed-down proposal. There will be an apartment block in the green area. Everyone loses. The value of the green area is lost, the environment is changed, and there are nowhere near enough apartments. Urban development is based on openness to change, economic and social conditions, and the ability to distribute power. In other words, a municipality needs to evolve and change, but at the same time, it must take into account its citizens and such issues as care, migration, culture, and education. One important building block is the fact that the parties are brought together during the start-up of a project. Politicians, officials and property developers sit down together and draw up a clear joint plan and structure. The citizens who, due to their experience, are seen as experts at local level, are invited to take part in an inclusive process. It is in this process that Decode makes a difference. We develop well-thought-out planned services that allow the input of knowledge that can be both unexpected and enriching for construction projects. We aim to be inclusive at an early stage and to create a balance of power in order to avoid conflicts of interest that can throw a spanner in the works for the project. We refer to these as co-design and interdisciplinary service design. In order to meet the challenge of urban densification, the people responsible for these matters in the city are now beginning to work according to Decode's methods. Politicians, officials and citizens collaborate with the aid of sketches, maps, photos, movies and games. They create a joint platform for dialogue. Conflicting desires are brought to light. They are discussed between the parties and negotiated. Cooperation takes place systematically and participants understand their own, each other's and the city's needs. For our friends in the city, the solution, in addition to a large apartment block, was to build a school in the green area and transform it into a recreational area. Paths are being laid for walking and cycling in the area, and trees are being planted so that the area becomes more accessible due to the proposed solution. Creating new settlements is a continuous process which, over time, involves new stakeholders, new residents and new generations, focusing on sustainability, comfort and functionality for the people who will live there. You and I and the generations that come after us.